Hey everyone, this is Brett. I thought I would just do a quick review of a game I just played on KGS. I win by resignation pretty quickly, so it's just the first few moves in the opening that I wanted to go over in this review because I think um, it just shows the value in playing away, right? Like not following your opponent around the board and trying to play big points. Um, And there are a lot of mistakes, I think, by both of us, I'm sure, but I ended up getting the better of it. So let's just get into the game. I'm playing white, and my opponent plays a Chinese, which is fine. A lot of the time, I've been playing this approach, but lately I've decided to try something new, which is this approach, and then going directly into the corner, um, which might end up looking something like this. Um, that's one possible variation. I guess black comes out with Sente to do something over here. I don't know. But anyway, that's not what happens in the game because my opponent plays, I think, a much rarer move and just backs off. So here I guess I had a couple of choices, and I think this actually is a mistake on my part what I do in the game. But we could play this out, and then black would take Sente probably to well, I don't know. I guess he could do a bunch of different things. Play on the bottom or take split or approach. Or I could play this one, and then black could take Sente again to do something elsewhere on the board. But, so I Tanuki, which I think is probably not a good idea, but I was just trying something new. Since he played a move I wasn't really expecting, I thought, all right, well, I'll just get on the other side of the board. And again, he played this, which I don't think is good, right? He might as well at least play this, but oh well. And then I just back off. So here we are at this stage in the game, and I was thinking, where should black play? Because as you can see, he's all just on this right side of the board, and I think there are a lot of big points, right? So maybe a pincer in this area wouldn't be a bad idea to do something, punish me for leaving the stone alone. Uh, even approaching on this side, you can see if we just play out something simple. That's putting some pressure on this stone. I guess maybe here it wouldn't be that good because I kind of get to come closer naturally. Um, but anyway, maybe playing something in this area or this side even, or, and then there's this other corner. So my opponent chooses the last option. Oh no, that's right. So for all those big points, he takes this really small one space jump. So I think this can't, it's not very big. And these stones, even though they're on the fourth line, they don't really have a base. I don't think they're in a lot of danger yet. Like they might become weak, but they're a long way from being weak. And I think at this point they're really light. So uh, let's see what would happen if I answered here, right? I mean, I would just be taking these few points in the bottom, which I think there are just a lot of bigger places on the board to play. So this was the first, I think, good time to not follow my opponent around the board and play somewhere else. So of course this could have been on the fourth line too. Maybe it would have been better. I wanted to have some balance on, because this stone's on the fourth line and this is on the fourth line. So if he comes in here, I wanted to have the option to maybe play a different Joseki variation than just this one. So, because here he gets Sente, right, in this variation. And, that would be okay. I probably should block this way, actually, would be the right thing to do. And it's right for another reason besides just the fact that this side has my corner in the top, which obviously makes blocking this better, but it gives me this option too, which is to, well, okay, so I could also play this variation, right? And if he just answers here, that's fine. I could take Sente and play a big point, and then he could do this. So I don't think this is actually that good for me though, because I've got these two stones here. Um, And now they're starting to look a lot weaker, right? With these, once he gets this little bit of influence on the left corner, bottom left corner, this starts to seem, I think, a lot more troublesome. But there's another option, which is this double Hane. And it helps to have this stone on the third line, apparently, because black could try and switch this direction here, like this. But, oh man, what's the continuation? See, this is how I need to keep studying my Joseki. But let's just say I could push here or something. That's probably not the right one. Maybe this Atari. Yeah, I think it's like this. So you can see here, white gets to connect because this stone is on the fourth line. But let me just move it to the fourth line from the third line, and now you can see there's no connection between this white group and this white stone, so it's a problem. But anyway, let's get back to, so black can't play this way, or normally shouldn't play this way, so he would just take this Panuki. If I played the normal variation, right, like this is what we normally see here, is Atari, oh sorry, I'm in edit mode, I was wondering what was going wrong there. Move tool, Atari, connect, this, takes it, and then the corner is back to being mine. So maybe this wouldn't be good either though, because then these two stones on the bottom center are looking weak again. You know, even if he just does something as simple as extend, now these guys really don't have a base. Maybe they can still run this way. I don't know. I don't think that would be a great result either. But I have this other option I could have tried, which is when he plays this, connect here, is to just play this Atari. And come over the top like that. Now here you can see this is a really nice influence, and I'm not sure if white actually even needs to play this stone. It's probably okay here because of this. Then black can take it to keep the corner too. So black gets like a bigger corner, and then white gets this better influence, and Sente is the idea. So then I could really come over here and, you know, play a big move to increase this area. So that would be ideal. But anyway, let's see what black does. Again, I think now is definitely the time for him to come in at one of these, you know, one of these wings. Seems pretty important, pretty urgent. And he actually does. He goes in for this one. So then we kick this stone. And what are their other possible options? I don't know. It's already kind of pincered, but this group doesn't have a base. So I don't know if even kicking this is really good, but I went for the kick. He extended. I played here to take this territory. And now here I think he played another mistake. So he probably should have just made a base, this one space jump, and that puts some pressure on my group on the bottom and makes this group a lot stronger. But instead and it has the benefit of keeping the invasions in the corner open. But instead he played this sequence out and then came back and took a base. So what's the difference? Is his group that much stronger? I don't think it's that much stronger for these exchanges. But what is the real territory now is in my bottom left corner. So I think this is a good exchange for me, even if he thinks coming one closer here is okay. I think I was happy with this result. I think he should have omitted these two exchanges. Now I wonder if there's some value in coming down here. I don't know. It might just be an overplay. I feel like then everything's getting weak. So I chose not to, and I just played on top. We played out this sequence. So this is a move I question from my side, whether taking this tiger's mouth is good. It's a good shape point, and I guess it threatens to keep these disconnected, but not really, right? I mean, I can't do it. So maybe the better move here would have just been to like fly away and get this shape in the middle, and really have some big influence going. So this might have been a mistake, this tiger's mouth that I do play in the game. But he answers. I don't play that. That's from what I just showed you guys. He answers here, an Ayahane, and he connects. I don't know if he could have gotten away with anything. Maybe this double Hane would have been the right move for him, huh? Put a little more pressure, get out here. Maybe this group is starting to look a little weak if he takes a point like that. I don't know. But back to the game, he connects, and now it's my turn. So here, I considered making like this push, or like making some shape somehow here. This one's probably bad. So I considered that, but then I thought, again, let's just look at what's really, like, can these be severely attacked really quickly? Well, not really, right? They've got all these stones on the left that they can run to. So I thought I'm gonna take something bigger, and I think this is okay. Maybe it's not, though. I don't know if these are weak enough that I really should be worried about it. Right? He can't just cut. Well, he could just cut directly, but maybe I can just even give these up and play for, right? Like now, really, this influence is looking pretty big. So maybe that's an option if he decides to attack them right away. But in the game, he played under here, which again, I think this is an example of like a really small move. Like this group I don't think is in very much danger, even if I descend there, maybe, but he can still run out. And this corner is certainly strong. So again, there's no point in me answering this move, right? Even if I play somewhere pointless, if this is the worst I think that I can look at, that's not that bad. So the question becomes, what's the biggest place to play? And I would say in the past I would have played a move over here like this or this, and I think this is just not right because it's too open still, right? Like black can still just invade all over the place on the left. So I think in this case it's not the right idea. So I went for something different than what I usually do and played this one. So it helps with the bottom corner, certainly. It's trying to grow right here. I think it helps this group a little in the middle. It gives something to run to. And it definitely threatens, again, to make a really big area here. So, again, my opponent, I think, is like needing to invade very quickly. But he plays this peep. Right, so you could really quick just think like, oh, he peeped an answer, and then he takes Sente again, and then he gets his invasion, or his invasion wherever he wants it to be, or even, you know, maybe this one is probably working too. So I thought this is another good chance to ignore this move. And I played a similar move, right? Like now this upper left corner is looking really big. I wonder if it's a little, now this is asking for too much, and maybe now is the time to just play something really solid and just make all of this. I don't know what's better. Maybe both are okay. But I played this, and now my opponent, I think, realized like this is too much to give me. Oh no, that's right. He actually went ahead and said, oh, you ignored me, and took these 2 stones. And what did I get to play? Oh, I played for the, yeah, I mean, so now again, it's, I think, a matter of how can I secure this area. And I chose this one because I think I wanted help on both sides. So I think this is the right move. Maybe these are also fine, or even one of these is also fine. Maybe not this one though, because then he could play something like this. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it's still tough to make that live because I'm just like everywhere around this, but it seems plausible. Excuse me. And so now he tries to reduce, and from here we just get into a fight, really, that he tries to bring these 2 stones back to life, and it doesn't really work. He plays one more move later on, though, that I want to show, because I just think, again, this is a matter of timing. Maybe here he should have gone for this, but that's outside what I want to show. This one, right? Threatening the snapback here at this time. So this is worth, let's say he gets it. He gets to play this move. How many points did he just make? He made 6 for the stones, 7 points there. And maybe he can even capture this one later if I don't answer. So he makes 7 points. But now let's say that I save them. How many points did I make? I didn't make any. So this is only worth 7 points of endgame. So if there's anything on this board that's worth more than 7 points, it's the right time to ignore this move. So I ignore it again. And this time we try and build on this side, which I think also helps rein in these stones. Yeah, and from here the game isn't, I think, particularly interesting. He tries some fighting things, so I don't know if I made any terrible errors. I'm not going to go through the whole fight and review it. What happens is he resigns after this group is completely dead, and I've reduced this side even more. But anyway, so I thought that was an interesting game in the I mean, I think it was pretty much settled in the opening because he played a lot of small moves that I was able to ignore. And I think playing this exchange out was not a good idea for him because it makes this corner territory really real. Whereas when you have even just this, if white, eventually black can try something in the corner if this group becomes strong enough. So anyway, guys, that was just a quick review of a game I played today on KGS. It was pretty fun. And I look forward to making some more videos for you guys. So see you all next time. Have a good one.